Today's Short is being brought to you by Goya Foods. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Your daily game plan for success. It's Sachs in the Morning. Steve Sachs.
Hi, Steve Sachs here with Sachs in the Morning. And today is the 19th of December. And we're going to be talking about a very serious subject today. But I wanted to wish you all good luck and safe travels when you're out there Christmas shopping and getting all that done, too. I know that's another thing that we got to get off our list, right? So anyway, but today we're going to talk about the danger of apathy, okay? Part of that danger of apathy is really tied in to a lack of energy, because apathy, of course, means that there's no concern, there's no interest, and that all starts with energy. And so I want to read, it's been a while since I've read from one of my favorite books, and James Allen's book is called As a Man Thinketh. And one of the pillars of his book is about energy. This is what he said, and this is why I think this really does tie in with this. He says this: a man of energy exerts himself to the accomplishment of some end or ends. The end may be a good one or a bad one. If it's a bad one, that is the abuse of energy, which reacts destructively on the doer, like one striking a wall with his fist and only injures his own hand. Energy is always good, but it's only useful when applied to good ends, and to those ends, when reached, constitute happiness and success and prosperity. Yet energy misapplied is better than no energy at all. This is powerfully put by St. John in the words, I would have you either hot or cold. If you are lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. The extremes of heat and cold here symbolize the transforming agency of energy in its good and bad aspects. The lukewarm stage is colorless and lifeless and useless. It can scarcely be said that either vice or virtue is merely barren and empty and fruitless. So in essence, what James Allen is saying here, and the quotes that he had put in this book, is that, man, do something. It's like doing nothing is the worst thing of all. Be out there and doing something, even to just get you started and be interested in something, is better than just doing nothing at all. The thing about it, what James Allen talks about in his book, is even if you do the wrong thing, it's better than doing nothing, right? Even Roosevelt talked about that. I had a quote I like about Teddy Roosevelt, saying the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. But the worst thing you can do is nothing. Because if you just sit there idle, how are you going to know which direction to go if you don't get started, right? Even if it's wrong, it's better than doing nothing. You can bounce off the fence of doing something wrong and come back and fix it and do it right. You see, the thing about this whole thing about getting to an apathetic nature is that it's extremely insidious, where it kind of milks you a little by little. It takes away your smile. It takes away the light in your eye. It takes away your energy. And pretty soon you become a shell of yourself because you're doing nothing. I mean, especially as we get older in our lives, we have to stay mobile. We have to stay in motion. And to become sedentary and just sit and do nothing is not going to get you anywhere, okay? So that insidiousness of this whole thing, where it just kind of rots away a little by little, pretty soon you look at yourself and you say, man, is that me? I had an aunt once, and my aunt became this. I saw this. I saw her just being lonely and sitting there and doing nothing and being negative. And pretty soon, she died. She died at a young age because she just became apathetic. And this is a terrible thing to get into. Another thing I can say is that sometimes men have this problem with the emotional part of their life. Sometimes they don't want to confront it. And this whole thing about, well, men aren't as emotional as women. You know what? I don't agree with that. I just think they hide it a little bit more. They hide it a lot more at times. And that's not a good recipe to stay out of the realm of apathy. Being apathetic can just rot your soul. And that's a terrible place to be. So I saw this article on the danger of apathy, and this is from Martin Van Doore, who has a doctorate in philosophy, and he wrote this about the dangers of apathy. And this came from Medium, which is an online publication where a lot of people contribute to it. And this is what Martin Van Doore had written. He said, ignore your dreams often enough, and your heart stops caring. Your goals shouldn't be all that matter to you, but out of self-respect, you should try your hardest to achieve them anyway. The feelings of emptiness that are so typical of depressions, burnouts, and other crises don't arise because there is nothing to do, but because there is nothing you want to do. Nothing seems meaningful to you. Being ambitious is scary. Not being ambitious is dangerous. And to me, that pretty much sums it up. So if you can ever steer yourself and steer your heart a certain way, I wouldn't worry about the scary part of being ambitious, but I would worry about not being ambitious, which can be dangerous. So get out there and make some things happen. What a great place to start embarking on a new year. And that's my short for today. Hey, everybody, Steve Sachs here. And if you're thinking about holiday gifts, why not give a Sachs in the Morning mug or a hoodie or something from the swag department to keep up the inspiration and keep it fresh all day long? And don't forget the Sachs in the Morning holiday gift cards available right now on the website. Or I can send a personalized audio message from you to whomever you wish. And you can find all of our gift ideas and my information for greetings right there on the website, sachsinthemorning.com. And don't forget, if you or someone you know might be interested in a speaker for an event, you can find that information on the website as well. Just go to sachsinthemorning.com. And thanks to Al Hendrickson Toyota for their support of this podcast. And be sure to visit alhendricksontoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.